Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very special guest.
Don't tell people that you're trading because just like you said, when they say, are you a millionaire yet? Just stop, it's a scam, you're gambling, because you don't need the extra pressure. It's just for you.
We have a trader coming over from Australia. He's been trading for the past 5 years.
Life is a game, man. You can't expect to be crushing the game and trading, but outside of the charts, you have massive inconsistency with everything you do.
Trading is one of the few industries where if the traders, they make a trade or they made a profit in a month, they call themselves traders.
I know.
That's
Like today on the way here, I've already made $2.5 Australian thousand dollars today, just doing a little scalp on the way here through the London session. Like
thousands strategies out there. So for you, how important it is the strategy?
it is the core of everything. Like you actually have to have a proven system. It's like, hey bro, you're not trying to prove anything. You have nothing to prove. We're here to make money. I would blow an account, promise myself that tomorrow I would never do it again. The next day, click, and just do it again. The reason why my psychology is better now is because I have predictable results. 70% of the time I'm gonna win. If I'm on a 100K account, so USD, I'll, $400 per account a day is good for me. It's going to take way longer than you think. It's going to be way harder than you think. But if you can stick to it, I promise you can change your life. It's all going to be worth it. Don't let it slip away.
Welcome back to Orion Room. We are the largest podcast in Spanish-speaking countries, and now we're spreading the word in English as well. Today we have a special guest. We have a guest coming over from Australia. Very interesting guest. I want to get to know him way more. One of the things that I like the most about him is this his trading life open and publicly, where in this era is very difficult to find in social media. Everyone apparently they trade, but just a few risk their reputation and put you in trading life. And I appreciate that. So Daniel, welcome to Orion Room.
Thank you, brother.
Finally, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing amazing. I'm in Dubai. I've been here for 10 days. So
How's Dubai treating you for the past 10 days?
oh, I love it. I can't floor it. I love Dubai. Yeah, there's no part of me that's like, oh man, I wish I could go back. No, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start right there. Just the chance to move to, you're from Australia
Yeah.
originally, just because of trading, being able to move abroad and now being in Dubai with the freedom that you have. Let's start right there. When you started, how was your vision? And now that you are making these huge steps,
Yeah.
how do you feel about it?
Life's a game. Life is a game, man. I've been just thinking about it in such a weird way lately because, like you said, things like this are a goal for most traders. When most traders get into this game, they have like these grand visions of moving to Dubai or quitting the 9 to 5. And I had that as well. But there's also that other part where it's like, nah, you can't do it. You can't do it. And now that I actually am doing it, it's just so weird in a good way. Yeah, it's weird.
How was that family background reaction when you told them, hey, I'm moving, I don't know, man, I don't know how many thousands miles away?
Yeah. So my family, I'm only really close to my sister and my niece, right? It's just us. We have a small family, kind of interesting upbringing in that sense, but they were upset. Because it's pretty weird, like to just randomly go move countries forever. Yeah, they were definitely upset. That was the hardest part for sure. Yeah.
Let's begin in the podcast with this part, which is the circle and the environment. In trading is a very individual profession or job or entrepreneurship where it's literally you versus the market. But at the same time, that makes it a bit challenging because it's you versus the market. And and the thing is also, once you start, there's no results in the beginning, but still you are surrounded with your family and they keep asking you questions like, how is it going trading, or your friends, are you a millionaire yet?
Yeah.
So how important for a new trader is the environment and how to really make the most out of it, because also the right environment will push you to get better results.
Yeah. Well, my advice is always don't tell people. Don't tell people that you're trading, because just like you said, when they say, are you a millionaire yet? Just stop, it's a scam, you're gambling. That's going to go in the back of your mind when you take a loss. You're going to be like, maybe Susie was right. Right? So I suggest don't tell people, because you don't need the extra pressure. It's just for you. You have to lock in as an individual and shut out outside noise and then let the results speak. Because if you do start to tell people, again, on those days where you are going to lose, because you are going to lose, you can't win every trade, and you feel like shit because you're new to the game, you don't know how to regulate emotions yet, those things that people are saying are going to be in the back of your mind, and you're like, maybe they're right. You don't need that extra psychological stress, I believe.
And what about if they have, because this is one thing that I tried when I started trading, which was trying to involve all my friends into getting to trading, but it was failure.
Yeah, I've done that as well. It's not, you can't do it. You can't do it. I think trading's like a specific type of thing. Like you have to have something within you that's willing to work really hard for something that's not guaranteed. Like most entrepreneurial people might give trading a crack, but it's extremely difficult and it takes way longer than you think it's going to take. So it's like, are you really going to convince your friend to do this that has no entrepreneurial tendencies at all? Nah, he's not going to get into it.
I'm a big believer that every thing that it's really worth it in life, it takes more than you think. Having a good body or building a good relationship, it takes way more effort and way more time than you initially think.
100%. I say that as well. I completely agree. And I think with trading specific, you have to be almost a bit weird in the sense that it's not guaranteed. It's going to take a long time. No one that you know has probably done it before. So you're the first. So in order to have enough delusion to push through that, you kind of got to be a bit crazy. Like, what do you think about that?
Definitely. It's you need to have this little obsession / craziness to go against the masses, because as you said, your family doesn't do it. No. Even out there, until today, you go outside on a supermarket or in any daily job, you say, I'm a trader. And they say, what? And they are not really familiar with the term.
Yeah.
So, but talking about the environment also, what I believe is that the environment is not only your physical environment, just your mom and your dad and your closest friends, but also who do you listen to, the books that you read. And I think that if somebody doesn't feel supported in the physical environment, they can say that there's plenty of podcasts like this that if you listen to Daniel every single day, it makes him part of your environment. Maybe you listen to Daniel more than the sister or than the cousin or than the colleague in school, right?
That's it. I mean, I've never heard anyone say that, but I've thought that within myself before as well, because growing up personally, I never really had a father figure, like somebody that I could look up to as like a role model. So that was something that I remember I did early on, was just find people online. Like, because I don't have somebody with me that I can use as a role model, let me just find people. And it's exactly what you're saying now, is like, if you're somebody that shows up to my live stream every day, which is the mentality that I have, the way that I approach the markets and the psychology that I preach, like you said, it'll start to rub off on you and things will start to click. And it's funny you say that, because that's exactly what I did before I even ever got into trading. I had just role models that had never even met me. My biggest role models had no idea that they were my biggest role models. So yeah, that's interesting.
Let's get into trading now. How do you, first of all, you've been 5 years trading.
Yeah.
You focus on futures and in gold mainly.
Yes.
Well, now you will explain how your strategy and just your way to approach the market has evolved and changed for the past 5 years. Because I'm pretty sure that the way that you traded 5 years ago is not the same one that you're using today.
Yeah. It's interesting. When I first came into the game, like most traders here probably know Raja Banks. He was one of the first guys I learned from. Simple price action. Don't go any lower than the 15-minute time frame. Show up for one session, 1 to 2 trades a day max. And that's what I did when I first started trading. And I found success doing that. But as most traders do, you think the grass is greener on the other side. And then I spent the next 1.5 to 2 years going around the world, doing swing trading, scalping, 1 minute, trend lines, Bollinger Bands, and just lost all my money for 2 years. And then after all of that shit, came back to simple price action, similar to Raja's kind of concepts. And then over time, I've kind of developed that, put my own personality and twist into it, and kind of developed what I do now, which is very similar, obviously different now, but very similar, just simple price action, 1 to 2 trades a day, high volume time, London Open, Asia Open, New York Open.
Let's stop a little bit in the strategy itself and how. So London Open, you also told me that you trade, the way that you trade publicly is the way that you do it for your personal accounts. Yep. So everything is, whatever you show is whatever you do.
Exactly.
All right. And when you sit, how's your routine like when you sit before the market opens? Do you pre-analyze the day before you just?
Yeah.
How is it?
I'll tell you real quick. I'll give you a real quick breakdown. I wake up in Dubai. It's 3:20 a.m. because the Asia session starts at 4 a.m. So 3:20 a.m. I start the stream up. I set the mentorship guys into the stream. We go live. There's no real pre-market analysis. All I do is kind of get an overview from a top-down analysis, start the daily 4-hour, work my way down, get a pulse on where the market's at and where direction might be going next, mark out key levels of support and resistance. I say support and resistance because most people know that, but I just call it key levels where market is respecting. And in short, simple terms, I break it down into a type 1 or a type 2. A type 1 is find a respected level or a support or resistance and wait for I wait for structure to break out of that level and then try to ride the momentum. Or a type 2, which is wait till the market hits that level, bounces off, and then try to catch that bounce off. That's it. I don't need to sit there for an hour and do a full analysis. I just do an overview for 5 minutes, not even that, 2 minutes, and then just start trading. Or wait for my trades to come to me, I should say.
Yeah, that's very important. That you really need to be on standby until you have the right setup, then you enter, trying to force a trade.
Okay.
And so normally what's the length of your trades?
Not long, a couple minutes, anywhere from 2 to 15 minutes. Yeah, but typically most likely would be around, the 5-minute range. I'll be in a trade for 5 minutes, right? Sitting on the 15-minute or 30-minute time frame, just waiting for essentially the candles to move from zone to zone. That's all. Yeah.
And once you have that trade or 2 trades, then you wrap up for the day?
Done. And the way that I trade is, yes, it's 1 or 2 trades a day, but I'm stacking multiple accounts. So I've got a 100K account copy traded over multiple accounts. So whatever I catch on one, I'm catching on multiple. And that's how I get away with having 1 or 2 trades a day and making good money. That's like today on the way here. I've already made $2.5 Australian $1,000 today, just doing a little scalp on the way here through the London session. The light of that trade he can bring people, which is just insane, bro. It's just insane. Like I can't even wrap my head around like how this has happened.
It's happened.
Yeah, it's happened. It's happened. I don't understand, but I just kept showing up.
And in this past 5 years, what was the turning point when you started noticing profitability?
It's all psychological. Yeah. And I preach about it all the time, but it's just like the psychological issues that I had within myself. Just, I was still massively flawed in so many ways. Like I still, had massive vices attached to my daily behaviors, right? I was still partaking in negative acts outside of the charts, and that was obviously reflecting onto the charts. So you can't expect to be crushing the game and trading, but outside of the charts, you have massive inconsistency with everything you do. Yeah. So what I did was cleaned up my life outside of the charts, and it reflected on the charts. Because here's the thing, it doesn't take long to, like you tell me, how long do you think it takes to learn a strategy and a system, and understand technical analysis?
A 5-year-old kid can understand.
A 5-year-old can do it.
Week,
So why isn't everyone profitable?
Yeah.
Because it's them, the individual. Most people don't understand the fact that when you go home and overeat and sit on the couch and waste your life or your time, you're actually disrespecting yourself. So when you're in the market, you don't see a setup and you take an impulse buy, that same disrespect is just being reflected in a different way. So those small psychological things outside of the charts, they do reflect big time.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
How do you do the small things, how you do the big things, and you need to be coherent as well in your life as a whole. And for me, trading is one of the hardest, if not the hardest profession in the world. It's the hardest way to make easy money, and you're literally competing with billionaire entities and with banks. And what makes you think that in order to be in the top 1% of the traders competing with these big players, if your life is a mess, you are not responsible, you are not eating healthy, you don't have a routine, that in what world you have the chance to win against these guys?
For sure. So
for me, it's like a professional athlete mindset that you need to have.
You would agree that the charts, it's essentially a mirror, right? Because it's going to reflect back what your beliefs are.
That's interesting. It pushes you to the limit psychologically.
Yeah.
It really it makes you really ask yourself internally,
Am I dumb?
Yeah. I was with Orion with have the largest firm in Spain, and I got to go to a lot of events. I met so many traders, trading prop firms. For example, one time I met a firefighter,
right?
Where of course, have the figure of a firefighter as this tough man,
Yeah.
psychologically very strong. They need to break up in a house that is on fire and save the baby. You know what he told me? He told me, David, with trading, because he was trading, I've never felt so like emotionally, psychologically disrupted, and the psychology is so hard for me in trading, more than just breaking up on a house on fire.
Yep.
So yeah, it really pushes your
Man. I and I've said this plenty of times, but the charts have made me cry. It has made me just put my face in the pillow and be like, what is wrong with me? Like, am I just dumb? Like, am I an insane person? Because I would blow an account, promise myself that tomorrow I would never do it again. The next day, click, and just do it again. And I'm just like, there's something wrong with me. Right? And then over all the time of just consistently making the same mistakes, but trying to get better each day, over time, it just compounded. Those small tweaks to try and get better each day actually worked. Then one day, you're like, oh my God, I haven't blown an account in this long. Oh my God, I'm actually getting withdrawal. Like, it starts to actually click. But most people give up when they're faced with that problem, because it's a big problem. The problem is generally, hey, you keep blowing accounts. The reason you keep blowing accounts is because you're an idiot and you need to fix yourself. And most people are like, man, I'm not fixing myself. Stop that. I'm just trying to make money. I'm not trying to work on myself.
Yeah. There's maybe also ego battle, right?
What's that?
An ego battle that it really, the market hampers you.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. It's a massive ego problem. Yeah.
And also, so do you think journaling is a good idea to correct those mistakes?
Journaling trades or emotions or both?
Both.
Yeah.
Like I took this trade. Technically, it went to stop loss because of this.
Yep.
But also emotionally, I was going through X, Y, Z.
Right.
You think that's a good idea or not really?
I do. I think it's a good idea and it will help. But I think, and this is, people aren't going to like to hear this, but I think the only way it's going to stop, the over trading, the impulse trading, the revenge trading, the only way that's going to stop, because that's the only reason traders are failing. Like, it's no mystery why people don't make it in the game. It's over trading, over risking, revenge trading, and over leveraging. That's all. So it's not like, hey, oh man, why didn't it work out? I already know why. So the unfortunate thing is the only way to stop doing that is to get to a point where the pain is so real, where you're like, I'm so exhausted from doing this that I either have to stop or give up. And most people give up. And others, they go, all right, I'll stop doing that now.
I think they need to reach that really extreme point, or they can correct before reaching that level.
I don't know.
The thing is, for me, it's intelligent to learn from your mistakes. It's also very wise to learn from other people's mistakes. So if you really train yourself with education, I think you'll be able to avoid most of this. Because as you said, it all boils down to four main things, four main bullet points. So it's, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's simple. If you don't over leverage, don't over trade, and two, three things. But why majority of people, they are not profitable?
How long did it take you? Did you have issues ever going through that kind of stuff?
My main issue was the technical part, because fortunately I was very young. I started when I was 17.
Okay.
And I understood that education was the base, and the more educated that I was, the less time that I was. So I wasn't really going through, I was very logical about it, but I gained a lot of technical information, and I started studying every single course, every single pattern, and I had excess of information. So like you, I started with basic things. I was not profitable. I thought, okay, I need to learn more. Then I learned everything, Wyckoff and Elliot and everything. And then I went back to the simple thing, and then I was profitable with that.
Oh, wow. So what about psychological stuff? Ever face anything with that?
For me, it all boils down to risk management. And
wow, can I swap brains with you, man? You're a wizard. You're a unicorn.
No. I mean, of course, it still affects you. But what I feel, and I want to know your opinion about it, is that most people, there's a huge misconception about psychology. Psychology is not doing the wrong things and being strong psychologically to hold the trade.
Right.
In my opinion, if you just risk management wise, if you properly risk manage your trades, then 90% of the impact of the psychology will be gone. Because
Yes.
it's normal that if you're risking 3% or you're risking 2% or with real capital 2,000 euros and you make 1,500 a month and you're risking 1,000 in one trade,
Yeah.
it's normal that your psychology is going to affect you. But why everyone in demo at first wins? Because there's no psychologically involved. It's just €1 or even demo virtual money. So they feel like the risk is nothing or very low.
Yeah.
So if I will ask you, if you risk €1 or $1 in a trade, would somebody in this world will be nervous about that trade? No, it's $1. They cannot afford it. So I think that what I've encountered, mostly the 90% of the problems that they say, they are, because I closed the trade before taking the profit, or I was so scared. But do you you put the objective things of what they've done, and it's not a mental problem, it's because they were risking too much, they were impulsively trading.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. And to like double onto that, I think, and people aren't going to like to hear this either, but a lot of people have really bad psychology because their strategy sucks. Like, honestly, because a lot of people don't want to actually invest in a mentor, invest in somebody's already proven strategy. And they just go, you know what, I'll just pick from here and here and here and put it all together and make my own thing. And then when they go through the trauma of that system just not being fully fleshed out, they're going to have psychological issues because they keep losing and they keep getting unpredictable results. How psychologically draining would that be to have unpredictable results? Fuck that. The reason why my psychology is better now is because I have predictable results. I have enough data to know that 70% of the time I'm going to win, right? 70%, that's pretty good. And if I don't win, I can kind of understand why. So that keeps the psychology intact. But if it's random, of course you're going to be a mess psychologically. So, yeah.
That confidence, I think, is only trust by experience.
Or experience. Yeah.
And in terms of the strategies that we are mentioning, there's different strategies. One, it mentioned, is one of the main problems that they don't have a strong strategies. And I see that there's 1,000 strategies out there. So for you, how important it is the strategy?
Most people don't talk about it. It is important, obviously. It's like, it is the core of everything. Like, you actually have to have a proven system. Like, you have to have a proven system. It doesn't matter what system it is. It can be ICT, LBGT, I don't know, whatever it wants to be. Like, it can be anything, but as long as it's proven to work. Because if it's not proven to work and you're just trying to become, and comes back to ego, you want to be the guy that created their own magical system. It's like, hey, bro, you're not trying to prove anything. You have nothing to prove. We're here to make money. Like, I have no emotion to that chart. I just want to make money from it. I actually hate the chart. No, but it's just my source to make money. I can pull money out of thin air. There's nothing to prove. So yeah, having a proven system is massive.
And you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to come up with this crazy unicorn strategy.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
Yeah. It's ego, but that's what, and I was like that when I first started. I used to read online, like, how long does it take to be profitable? I was obsessively trying to figure out how long it would take for me to be profitable. And most of the credible sources were saying like 2 years is like a good time frame. And I was like, I'm different. I'm going to take 6 months. I know I will. Like,
6 months in 30 days.
Yeah. I've proven that I can achieve things in the past. I know if I put my head down, I can really figure this out. Little did I know it's scientifically impossible to be profitable in 6 months, because the idea of profitable trading means you need at least a year of data collected. Like, you can get profits in 6 months, but to be able to be considered a profitable trader, it's just physically impossible. You actually need time on the charts to have experience with different market conditions and just the different environments that you'd be put in, and the different psychological stresses that you go under. Yeah.
For me, the difference is you can be profitable in 6 months, yes. Also, you can be profitable in 1 month, because what's profitable? To make money, have more money.
I won this trade.
But you're not consistent. I think consistent trader is not the same as a profitable trader, and people should aim to be a consistent, profitable trader, not just profitable trader.
Profitable. Yeah. I got a profit.
Yeah.
I'm profitable.
And that's a funny thing, because I see trading is one of the few industries where if the traders, they make a trade or they made a profit in a month, they call themselves traders.
I know.
It's like, if I cut hair one time, then I'm a hairdresser.
Yeah. And I love it. Like, I've got a sweet spot for traders, because I just think about the early days for myself, just like this guy that was trying to figure it out and really trying to make something of himself. And that's really like most traders in the early stage. Like my heart feels for him because I know that stage of like, man, no one's getting into trading because they don't want to make money and they don't want to help their mum out and they don't want to set themselves financially free. Like it comes from a genuine place and it's so hard at the start. So when guys are like sharing like, oh, I took a win, and they're maybe like boasting and trying to be a bit like show offy. It's like, all right, chill. But I get it. I get it. I know you're proud and you want to make something of this, but let's lock in here.
And talking about the profits also, because I have a firm and I see, of course I cannot say their names, but I've seen this social media traders that they post just profits that you think they are profitable.
Right.
But I see from inside, from the numbers from the accounts that they blown, and maybe they burn 20K in accounts and they make one payout of 5K and then they post a payout.
Interesting.
So how do you see this social media and trading, and how to really identify a real trader?
I'll tell you right now, and I'm not saying this to pump myself up, but I say, well, I don't say it. I say it to my mentorship community. I don't say it publicly, but I'm like, why don't you guys just ask your favorite guru to trade live for a week? That's all. Live, show the real account, show the real trades being taken, show the real psychology in real time for an entire week, every day. Why can't we just see that? It's very rare. But what you'll see is a screenshot or this and that, which I'm sure most people know how to trade. But it's like, let's just do it live. Like, what's there to hide? We're doing it anyway. I think that's one of the biggest things is like, can you actually see not screenshots, not clips, not once off, but like an entire week of just live trading? Yeah.
We'll get that in a second on the live trading. But before that, I'd like to ask you about your journey with props as well. Because 5 years ago, there were props, but I'm pretty sure that they were not as known as they are today.
No.
So you started with your own capital or with investors. How was it begin, and how was the process to right now managing over 7 figures in prop accounts?
It was always prop. I've always started with prop because I never had money when I started in this. I never had money. This was my way out. And prop was an easy way, an easy entry, right? So I started with FTMO. They've been around probably the longest, I think.
Yeah.
And just like anyone else, started with the challenges and just started chipping away. Okay, 15K challenge, failed. And then just the grind of challenges. That's all I've ever done. Like I have traded personal capital, but it's always been funded capital. Because for me, it's, if you know how to trade and you get to a point where you can do it consistently with prop firms, kind of milk them. Sorry.
No, it's fine. And but what is the difference? What's the best advice to trade with firms? Because I'm pretty sure that you've faced a lot of problems. I don't know with FTMO, but there are some firms that either they don't want to pay you out, or they can pay you out, but there are some strict rules that you weren't aware of. And
yeah, the only rules that I've ever had issues with some prop firms where they lower the leverage amount or the margin limit a lot once you're funded. But I don't know if that's still a thing. But all right, okay. So this is how you trade prop. This is how you trade prop. So the challenge phase go relatively aggressive. Every prop firm has different rules in terms of how you're allowed to trade through the challenge phase. But typically I go relatively aggressive to get past relatively quick. I don't want to be stuck in the challenge phase for too long. Once I am funded, it goes right back, 0.05 risk, and I'm not the guy that gets massive payouts. I'm the guy that gets consistent payouts. So I'll stack multiple accounts, chip away each account, relatively average amount of profit each account, and just consistently grow.
how's that risk management in the evaluation phase?
What's risk management? It depends. It's just the same as what I would typically do, but just maybe double the size or triple the size. Yeah. So it would still take me maybe a week or two to pass an account. Yeah.
And then you lowered that to 0.05.
Oh, 0.5%, basically.
Yeah, 0.5.
Yeah, 0.5%. If I'm on a 100K account, so USD, I'll, $400 per account a day is good for me. Yep. So I'm already up 450 USD per account today, and I've still got another session to go today. So maybe I can be up a bit more for the day or come back down a bit, but that's like an average day, like a good day. And yeah.
And how do you got used to managing this big, even though they can be demo or virtual funds, they're still big numbers.
Yes.
And you didn't came from money. So having now 1 million, that maybe the positions fluctuate between 30,000, 20,000.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people, I think they are stuck on smaller amounts because their psychology doesn't let them manage 100K, 200, or even 1 million. So how was your evolution with this?
It was exactly that. It was evolution. I started on 115K account. Oh, let me go to a 25. Let me go to a 50. And I just worked my way up. Where a lot of traders come into the game, they don't know how to trade yet. They'll go buy a $250,000 account, spend all the money like it's expensive, and then just blow it. It's like, bro, just please don't do that. It's a very bad idea. Just start at the very lowest one. I always tell people, if you get into the game, just get a 10K account or a 5K. Start there, because you're going to blow it. And even if you fluke it and get funded, you're going to blow that as well. Because once you're funded, as you would know, there are rules as well. You can't just go in and go, all right, full margin, I'm funded now. It's like, no, there's rules, consistency rules. You still have to prove that you can do this. So yeah, started at the bottom, started from the bottom, now we're here.
And in terms of managing this many accounts, so I think you mentioned that you copy trade them. So you trade them just with one strategy.
Yep.
All of them.
All of them. One strategy, 1 to 2 trades a day, 2 sessions a day, and copy trade over multiple accounts. Sometimes I'll split it up. So what I do is when I get request a payout, I'll just stop trading that account till the payout comes through and then cycle through the others. So I'm in a constant state of getting payouts. It's the best way. I don't go crazy aggressive. I'm not trying to make 50K payouts. I'm just consistently in a cycle stage. And I've kept accounts for months and months. Like I've had, and it's very rare for prop firm traders to have accounts for multiple months. You know, I've had these accounts for over 4 months and just keep cycling.
You remember your first payout? Big payout?
Yes.
How was it?
Not big payout, but I remember my first payout. It was kind of surreal. Or first funded account, and then I ended up getting a payout on that account. It wasn't nothing crazy, but it was enough to expose me. I was like, oh my God.
This is real.
Yeah. Like there's the law of exposure. Like once you've done something, you can't undo it now. Like you know that it can be done. That's why with the guys that I'm teaching, I'm like, let's just get you funded. I want to get you funded because statistically, the guys that I get funded, they get funded again the next week and the next week. Like they've unlocked a new thing in their mind that this is a reality now. And then the next thing, let me get you a payout. Then yeah. So once you've done something, it's easy to do it again.
And how was that? Was it a big amount? Not a big amount, but it's just more the internal success of, hey, I proved myself that I can be a funded trader.
Exactly. Yeah. And then after that was the first funded account was a 25K. Next one was a week later, 100K, and then another 100K, and then another, and it was like I just unlocked the door. Okay, I can do this now. It's all psychology.
I fully agree on what you said of consistent lower percentage payouts or returns.
But you own a prop firm. You're going to say that. You don't want to.
But you know what I'm saying? Because so many times I've seen on the reports that there's traders that they have floating P&L of 30K, or not floating P&L, sorry, closed available withdrawable profit of 30,000, and they keep trading and then they blow because of the daily drawdown and they don't withdraw. They want to make this huge 20, 30% payouts, and it's just not going to work. First of all, because of normally if you go till that level, you'll potentially breach some risk or margin utilization rules because it's not normal. And second, just why? In my opinion, the goal is not to make huge percentage, but slow, consistent with more capital. Instead of 10% on 100K, do 1% on 1 million.
Damn, you would have access to some crazy statistics in the back end.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And one, for example, when you told me that funded traders, they're easier once you're done, and that next time they'll do it in a week.
Yeah.
What I see also is that after they get funded, I thought before having a firm that once you get funded, then now you made it, so you're gonna take it seriously, and then you're gonna go slow.
No.
They've done this 13% in 1 week, in 2 weeks, in 1 month, and once they're funded, they did the marathon, the most difficult part. You have 100K to trade that in a year you can make 20, 30K, then they blow it in a week.
If they last a week.
If they last a week. The average account is 22 days.
Wow.
Then,
that's pretty big. That's actually quite long.
I think because you still need to meet some 5 trading days, 4 trading days plus weekends.
Right.
But still, 22 days for an account
It's crazy.
is crazy.
Yeah. I tell guys all the time, like when they first get funded, I'm like, awesome, you're going to blow it. Like, it's all good. I love you, but you're going to blow it. And they do, but they learn from it. So
There's two type of traders: the one they blew their account, and the ones that they are gonna blow the account. That's only like either you blew it before or you're gonna blow it, but it's gonna happen.
yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And even with my accounts, like people said to me on the stream, oh, like imagine if Dan shows up to stream one day and doesn't have his accounts. I'm like, it's going to happen. Like I can't have these accounts forever. Like they will eventually go. I'll request a withdrawal, take a trade, and eventually it'll hit my stop and I'll have to get a new account. Like it's just a game that you play. When you play prop, it is a bit of a different game. You are going to have to cycle accounts, but you want to ensure that you've at least made money from, you've at least withdrawn money from the prop, and then you can keep going.
And I think one of the main problems of this is the expectations that people get into trading. They think that they need to make these crazy returns. It's unrealistic returns, unrealistic profits. Maybe they have the bad marketing expectations from what they see in social media. So what would you advise for a trader that really wants to make it, that doesn't care about the flash, the Lambos, but he wants to be a proper trader? What are those advices that you could give them?
This is the exact blueprint. In my personal opinion, this is what I did. Was obviously get the skill, get the strategy, get the people around you, whatever you have to do, get the trading right first. Then you get funded, get one funded account, do well with that. Then you get two funded, 3, 4, ideally, stack 4 accounts, and then do what I do. Small amounts over copy traded accounts each day. Just chip away. Because yes, there's going to be days where you have them big thousands and thousands of dollars days, but most of the time, like people are crazy, man. They'll have a 9 to 5 job, make $1,000 trading and feel like shit. I'm like, bro, you just made your week's wage. Be happy, right? So the idea is stack accounts, chip away small portions of each account, and that's the best fucking life. That got me to Dubai. Like, it's pretty simple, man. Get funded over multiple accounts, stack them, withdraw. And then once you withdraw from one, you cycle through, trade the others, and then just keep the cycle going. It's amazing. It's a crazy way to live life.
It feels like a hack.
It's literally a hack. But you have to get the skill and the psychology and the system to a point where you can do that at a consistent level. Again, I trade the challenge accounts relatively heavy, get funded relatively quick, strip it back to act like, mature risk management once I'm funded. And that's my life, man. It's a good way to live life. But I also say to people, okay, if you're going to go heavy through the challenge phase, it takes a level of mental maturity to be able to strip it back once you're funded. Because people go, oh, I've gone heavy and I crushed it. I got funded. Yeah. Let me just do that again and get payouts. It's like, it's not going to happen, bro.
It's one of the main mistakes. They've done 13% in 1 week. They say, I multiply this by 4 is 50% a month that I can do.
It's not going to happen.
How many students do you have now?
I couldn't even tell you. Like, I've got a big Discord community, a free community. Then I've got a small mentorship where, like, I don't have it. It's not a lot because I work with guys one-on-one. So we do a lot of one-on-one calls through Zoom.
But like community, people, viewers in your streamings, for example?
Oh, in the stream? Yeah, it depends. So I also stream on TikTok as well. So I could have over 1,000 per stream and things like that. So
that's great.
Yeah.
And what's the pattern that you see in them that makes them not being profitable versus the profitable ones once you mentor them?
Yeah. It's all the same stuff. One, it's like the unrealistic expectation or unrealistic idea of what trading even is. Two,
what trading is for you?
For me, that's a good question. A way to make money. I keep everything so simple. It's a way to make money. A lot of people look at the charts and say, oh my God, it's moving down here. It's grabbing liquidity. Then it's going to manipulate the buyers and the sellers. It's an organic organism moving up and down. I'm like, hey, bro, this is just the value of gold being represented by a bar. Like, what are you doing? It's not alive. It doesn't know who you are. So a lot of people overthink that as well. I'm like, hey, bro, this is just my way to make money. It's moving up. I'm going to click buy.
That's very true. I know a lot of traders that they've been in love with the industry, with the passion, knowing every single detail. They are maybe not profitable, but they have this trading is my life. And they are making less than guys like you, which trade this as a profession, as a business.
Yeah.
I put some money in funded accounts. I made this return. There's 1 hour a day. I continue my life. So I move to Dubai.
Yeah. pretty much. But this mentality that I have, again, I'm not trying to glaze Raja, but when I first came into trading, I came across Raja, and the way that he trades is so simple. Like, I always thought that trading was for like really smart guys with degrees and things like that. And then I see Raja and he's swearing and roasting his chat on stream, and I was like, oh my God, this is a business dude, but he's also, kind of reminds me of me, just a normal dude, and he trades so simple. I'm like, yeah, this can be done, man. So that's still my mentality. I'm like, it's just the bar's moving up and down. Like, I'm going to click buy, it's moving up. Look, like,
and how trading life has changed your decision making or your strategy, because you are maybe pressured because you've been seen by 1,000 people.
Yeah, I think trading live is a good way to help your trading for sure. It's more like the consistency of showing up, because I feel a little bit of not pressure, but I feel a responsibility to show up every day now. And just showing up is going to help your probability of winning in this game more than anything. A lot of people let this shit slip away. Oh, I'm too busy at work. Oh, my girlfriend yelled at me. Like, hey, bro, lock in, show up every single day regardless. And trading live has kind of forced me to do that, because people want, hey, man, why aren't you live today if I don't go live? Like, there's a responsibility to stay live. And then also, like, you're going to lose as well. Like, you lose in trading. Who would have thought? So when you do, you get all the kids in the chat, especially on TikTok. It's just like, yeah, it's fun. It's all good. So that's good.
I think it's a double-edged sword. Of course, it puts you a lot more pressure, but at the same time, that pressure makes you think twice about making a decision, because if you're trading alone, you blow an account by yourself, you're not going to tell anybody.
Yeah.
But if you have 1,000 people looking, then you better do it properly.
Yes, exactly. And I like that you said that, because any time in life where anything has ever panned out well for me is when I've taken massive risk or done something that's uncomfortable. Moving to Dubai randomly was uncomfortable. Quitting my 9-to-5 to go all in on trading was uncomfortable. But every time I did that, within a short period of time, life got exponentially better. Like within the next 2 weeks, I was like, oh my God, this was the right choice. So it's the same with trading live. Like, it's uncomfortable, but it helps my trading.
I value things not about how comfortable they are, but how worth it they will be if I achieve it.
Yeah.
It can be very uncomfortable in the process, but it's going to be worth it.
I'm sure starting a prop would have been a bit, you would know the statistics of prop firms going under as well. So I'm sure that would have been.
And what was your 9-to-5 job before? What did you do before?
I was working for a gas company. I was selling industrial gas to businesses. So I was essentially a sales guy. Yeah. So, but before that, I was always in the fitness industry, personal training and things like that. So.
Great. Now, also talking about the community, and to wrap things up, what will be one question that you wish that the viewers will ask you more, like your students? Normally, they don't ask the right questions. Maybe they ask stupid questions, or just how long it's going to take me, or things that...
Yeah.
What are those type of questions or topics that you wish that they will ask you, because you know they are really the important ones?
I mean, it's so simple. It's so simple. So if it was anything strategic, like strategy related, I'm all ears. Or anything psychology related, it's more like, it's not necessarily what are the good questions. It's always like, avoid the bad questions. How much can I make?
How much time? How much?
Yeah, how much time?
money?
How much can I make? And like, this is actually a good thing. Like, think about how many things in life it's about subtraction as opposed to adding. Like, if I stop doing this, what are the results going to be? If I stop acting like this, what are the results going to be? It's always about what you don't do. So it's the same in trading. Like, there's no like magic question, but there's definitely things to not think about. And to not think about is how long it's going to take, how much money you're going to make, and all those unrealistic expectations. Put that out the window. Like you said before, it's going to take way longer than you think. It's going to be way harder than you think. But if you can stick to it, I promise you, it can change your life. It changed my freaking life. I'm in Dubai with you right now. Bro, I had a 9-to-5 not that long ago. This was all a dream not that long ago. It's crazy.
That's one of the main trait that I see from successful people, is the ability to stick doing one thing without seeing instant results.
Yeah.
Just the ability to suck and still show up every day.
Yeah.
And eventually that overnight success is what you build over the past 2 years studying or trading.
Oh, how did you do it, bro? Grinded. Yep. Every day.
That's great. What are your next goals now? Are you planning on scaling your capital or
Yes.
the personal brand? What's your mind focus on right now?
Both. Just a lot more scale the capital, grow the personal brand, a lot more like just pushing a lot more content. I enjoy content creation, especially like filming and documenting my journey over here to Dubai and just showing others, man, I've documented most of my journey. Like all my live streams are on YouTube. I've shown when I kind of wasn't the guy that I am now. So continuing to show that, like, look, man, I'm just some random dude that just figured it out, just kept showing up and pulled it off. And then, just keep showing the process.
Lastly, for that Daniel 5 years ago, knowing that you are in Dubai, profitable, one of the biggest growing personal brands in trading, and you have a great reputation and results and freedom, what will be that conversation that you would have with Daniel 5 years ago to save him time or just to give him advice?
That's great. That's a great question. The first thing would be, it's all worth it. Don't let it slip away. That's it. That's all it is. It's all going to be worth it. Don't let it slip away. That's it.
Great.
Yeah.
Daniel, it's been a pleasure. First of hopefully many.
For sure.
Podcasts together.
Yep.
I enjoyed a lot. We're just running out of time, but there's room for I mean, we barely scratched the surface.
Definitely.
With what we talked about.
That's been great. I appreciate it, man.
But yeah, thank you for being in the podcast. And also, I hope that you guys learned something new today. I hope that the story of Daniel and his strategy and how his journey becoming from a 9 to 5 to a full-time trader managing over 7 figures inspires you. And as every time I tell the same, I all the time say the same thing, which is, if you just learn one thing, or if after watching this podcast you apply just one thing, one concept that makes your trading, your life, your mindset better, then it'll be worth it for me. I want you also guys to leave in the comments what are your opinion on Daniel's story, and also what trader would you like to be in Orion Room next. My name is David. I hope you enjoyed and learned. I see you on the next one.